Hello all. So today I'll be talking with you on a very common topic in kids, that is constipation. So what exactly is constipation? Constipation is failure to pass stools regularly or inordinately hard stools. This is called as constipation. If this problem persists for more than 8 weeks, we call it as a chronic constipation. So how common is this problem? So constipation, as we all know, is a very common problem. Almost more than 10% of the pediatric routine practice comprises of constipation patients, and in less than 1 year old, almost 17 to 40% of these kids can have constipation. So out of these patients with constipation, almost 95% of the kids have a functional constipation, and only 5% of them will have some organic cause, which I'll discuss with you later. So what are exactly the causes of constipation? As we all know, recently we have seen in the lockdown time, the constipation problem in kids has increased. This is because there is a sedentary lifestyle, and because of increased uses of internet, mobile phones, televisions, and due to this there is decreased outdoor play activity, and then this causes postponement of the defecation and constipation. If we say in less than 1 year old, usually if there is an insufficient feed intake, if the formula is changed, or if there are any changes in the formula, or there is weaning, or there is bottle feeding, in such patients there can be constipation in the infant age group. In cases of toddlers, during the toilet training time, these kids can have constipation, or sometimes acute events can lead to constipation in toddlers, like if we are moving a house, if there is an acute change in their routine schedule, or if some fears or phobias, if they are joining the nursery or schools, or sometimes some familial issues can also give rise to constipation in these kids. Sometimes some medications like anticonvulsants or even the cough syrups or sometimes antacids can lead to constipation in kids. Organic causes, if we see, are heart-sprung disease, or sometimes neurological problems, sometimes lead poisoning or hypothyroidism can also cause constipation, which I'll discuss with you later. So what exactly are the symptoms of constipation? Generally, these kids with constipation are they look well, or they have a normal height and weight, but sometimes there can be failure to thrive. If there is a organic cause, or if there is a chronic constipation, these kids can have failure to thrive, or they may have a very poor appetite. This sometimes there may be, the parents may say that there is a very poor fiber intake or insufficient fluid intake in these kids. Occasionally there is enormous stool passage, or sometimes they may have a liquid consistency stool and then they may not pass stool for a long time after that, and sometimes there may be a foul smelling stool, or sometimes they may have withholding episodes or straining during stool. So these can be the symptoms of constipation. Some patients may have bleeding along with passing hard stools, or sometimes there may be excessive flatulence or foul smelling stools. Some kids may present with urinary tract infections or some urinary symptoms like retention of urine or bowel or a bladder irritability. These are also some symptoms of constipation. So when will you see a doctor if your child has constipation? If the problem persists for more than 8 weeks, then you must see a doctor. If your child is passing stools in a standing position, or if he or she is training for passing stools, then you should see a doctor. If the child is afraid to evacuate, or if the child cries during defecation, in that case you need to see a doctor. If there is pain while passing stools, or if there is bleeding while passing stools, in that case you must see a doctor. In less than 1 year old, if a ribbon like stool is present, you should visit a doctor. Or if the constipation is associated with abdominal distension or vomiting, in that case you should see a doctor. Some patients may present with urinary infections or sometimes urinary tract symptoms like retention of urine or urinary incontinence, then you should see a doctor. Or in newborn babies, if there is failure to pass meconium for around 48 hours, in that case you should visit a doctor. So this is regarding the symptoms and when you should visit a doctor if your child has constipation. How we diagnose and how we treat such constipation, I'll discuss with you in another video. Till then, do watch, share and like this video. Thank you.